A matrix is called singular matrix if determinant of A is equal to 0. Okay, that implies that A is singular. Okay, we know for singular matrices the inverse will not be existing. Okay, that can also be asked later on. So here we apply this result. It means determinant of this 5 minus x, 2, x plus 1 and 4, this value is equal to 0. So on simplification we see this into this, so 20 minus 4x minus this into this, so this becomes 2x plus 2. Okay, on solving we get minus 4x and minus 2x, this is minus 2. So here we get x is equal to 3 and we have to find the value of this determinant. Okay, how can we do it? What are the ways? I'll discuss all that. Okay, so here guys, see this middle number, what is happening here? For this number we observe that double of this number is 204 and similarly sum of these two number is 101 plus 103, this is also 204. Clear? This is one speciality, and similar is the speciality of these numbers. Sum of these number is equal to double of this, sum of these two number is equal to double of this. Okay, now we can apply the operation in rows. It means we can say that row 2 will be transformed. Okay, in which manner? Row 2 will be transformed like 2 times row 2 minus r1 and minus r3. Okay, if we do that, what is going to happen? This minus this becomes 0. Okay, so double of this 204 minus sum of this 0. Same also double of this minus sum of these two 0. Double of this minus sum of this. So on applying this operation we get delta as 0 0 0. This is r2. r1 will remain same, 103, 6 and 9. Now guys, we all know that we have a property, if any row or column all values are 0, then the value of determinant is 0. Okay, this is our answer. Instead of doing operation in rows, if we do operation in columns, then let us see what happens. Here double of this value is equal to 2 into 104, this becomes 208, and sum of these two 101 plus 107, this becomes 208. Okay, so this is also same. So we can also do operation that C2 tends to 2 times C2 minus C1 minus C3. Okay, if we do this operation, then also the same thing will happen or similar thing will happen. We get the values 107, 8 and 9. And here also by the property of determinant that all values of a column are 0, so this will be 0. Okay, so you have a choice, either you can apply operation in rows or you can apply operation in columns. Now in this question we are given two determinants equal and we have to find the value of x. It is also very easy, and after this we have some difficult questions. So here we open this determinant. Okay, we expand this. Okay, so this is 2 by 2, so we multiply this and subtract the multiplication of these two. So x plus 1 into x plus 2 minus product of these two values, this is equal to 4 3 12 minus product of these two. So this becomes 12 plus 1 13, and this becomes x square plus 3x plus 2 minus x square minus 4x and plus 3. So on subtraction you get these two values cancel, x square get cancelled, 3x and plus 4x, so 7x, 2 and minus 3 minus 1, this is 13. So 7x is equal to 1 plus 13, 14, x equal to 2. Okay, simple. In this question we have to find the value of this determinant. Here the values are simple. We have to apply some property. Okay, now see, here x plus y is given and z is given here. Y plus z is given here and x is given here. Z plus x and y. So it means there is some connection. If we add these two columns, it means if we add c1 plus c3, then what happens? X plus y plus z we get everywhere. Okay, suppose we write this value or this output at the place of c1, then we get delta is equal to x plus y plus z minus 3 and z, x and y. Now obviously these three values are same, so we can take it common, x plus y plus z, and this will become 1, 1 and 1. Okay, z, x and y. Now this value is also minus 3, 3, 3. Take this value common outside, then here also we get 1, 1, 1. And what is the special thing now? These two columns have become same. Okay, these two columns have become same. Okay, c1 and c2. So here c1 and c2 are same, so determinant is equal to 0. Clear? This is the property of determinant. If two columns are same, then the value will be 0. So we can apply the property, or if we expand after getting 1, 1, 1, we can have two zeros, but that will be a longer procedure because here some easy trick can be applied. In this question we are given that a matrix is there which is a square matrix of order 4. Determinant of that matrix is also given to us, and adjoint of a determinant we have to find. Clear? Here we have one relation, that adjoint of a determinant is equal to determinant of a to the power n minus 1. Here n is equal to order of the matrix A. Okay, obviously the matrix is square, so 4 by 4 matrix, so here n will be 4. So let us put the value. This will become determinant A, it means 5 to the power n minus 1, so 4 minus 1. So this becomes 5 to the power 3 and the answer is 125. Okay, easy. This is also one question which is most we can say important questions for the examination point of view. Okay, it is most likely to come in your examinations. So what happens here, we have to apply the matrix method to solve this question. Okay, the matrix method says we convert this system of equation into the matrix form, and the form is Ax is equal to B. Okay, where A will be the coefficient matrix. Okay, let us rewrite this. So this becomes A means 1, 2 and 5, the coefficients of x, y, z, 1, 2 and 5. This is our coefficient matrix. Clear? A. And x means the variable matrix. Okay, the variables are x, y and z. Remember, this x is capital here, and here the variables x, y, z, they are smalls. Fine. B is the constant matrix, or the values which are given here as constant in the equations, 10, minus 2 and minus 11. So remember, sometimes the equation can be, these constants can be there in the LHS, then you have to convert them or shift them in the RHS, then only you write these values here. So now we have got A, X and B. So what is the procedure? Let me explain you in short. We multiply both the sides. Okay, so this is what representation of these equation in the matrix form. And what we do here, we multiply these equations both sides, obviously in the left hand side. Okay, from the left side, because in matrices there are two type of multiplication, left multiply and right multiply. Okay, We will do the left multiply because here matrix A is given in the left. So this becomes like that, A inverse and B. So A inverse and A, let us put them together. X, this is equal to A inverse and B. So this becomes I, identity matrix. And we know identity into any matrix becomes the same matrix. So X matrix will be equal to A inverse into B. So this gives us the solution of these equations. Okay, so it means we have to find the inverse of this matrix using the matrix methods. Okay, so let us try for A inverse. So first we find cofactors. Let me tell you one formula. Cofactor Cij we find minus 1 to the power I plus j into minor Mij. Okay, what is minor? Let us see one example. C11, this will be equal to minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1 means 2. Minor means we leave this, when we find minor for this element, we leave this row and this column. Okay, so what is left? Minus 1, 3, minus 1. Okay, so this becomes positive, and this is 1, and this is minus 3. When we subtract, this becomes plus 3. Okay, so 3 plus 1, 4. So C11 is 4. This is first cofactor for this element. Now we have to find cofactors for all these elements. We will write them and we will see, and we will see what happens next. Now let us see the next cofactors. 1, 2, minus 1 to the power 1 plus 2. So 3, and minor for this will be 1 minus 1, 2 minus 1, which gives us the value. This is minus 1, and when we subtract this value, this becomes plus 2. Okay, so this is 1 and minus 1. Now next 1, 3, this is minus 1 to the power 4. So this is positive only. This element, leave this column and row, we get 1, minus 1, 2 and 3. This becomes positive. 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2. So this becomes 5. Now C21, this is minus 1 to the power 3. This element, so leave this row in this column, we get 2, 5, 3 minus 1. And this gives us the value minus 1 into, this is minus 2, and then minus 15. So minus 2 and minus 15 gives us minus 17 into this, so plus 17. C22, minus 1 to the power 4. This element, so we leave these values, so 1, 5, 2 minus 1. This becomes plus minus 1 minus 5 to the 10. So this is minus 11. C23, this gives us minus 1 to the power 5. This element, so leave this row and column, 1, 2, 2, 3. So this is negative, and 3 minus 4. This becomes minus 1 and minus, so this is plus 1. C31, this is minus 1 to the power 4. This element, so we get the minor 2, 5, minus 1, minus 1, which gives us positive, minus 2 and plus 5. Okay, so this gives us 5 minus 2, 3. See, 3, 2 minus 1 to the power 3 plus 2, 5. Excuse me. Minus 1 to the power 5. Now we get 3, 2. This element. Leave this 1, 1, 5 minus 1. So this is negative minus 1 minus 5. Minus 6 into this, so plus 6. And C 3, 3. This is minus 1 to the power 6. Last element, so we get 1, 1, 2 and minus 1. This gives us positive minus 1 minus 2, so minus 3. So now we have to write the matrix of cofactors of this to find the adjoint of A. Adjoint of A is actually matrix of cofactors and transpose of that. Clear? Here we write all the matrices C1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3 and 3, 1, 3, 2 and 3, 3. Okay, if you want to skip this step, you can also write this as C1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2 and 2, 3, C3, 1, 3, 2 and 3, 3. Okay, this is your choice. You can use any of the method to write this. Okay, so at the moment we are writing adjoint of A. We need a space. Let us erase this. C11, this value 4, then minus 1, 5, then 2, 1, 17, minus 11, and then 2, 3 is 1, then we get 3, 6 and minus 3, 3, 6 and minus 3. This is adjoint of A. Now according to the formula, A inverse is equal to adjoint of A upon determinant of A. Okay, now determinant A is left. Now determinant A. Okay, according to the Saras formula, what is the value? This is plus 1 minus 2 into 2. This becomes minus 4 and 5 3s are 15. Minus multiply of these three values, this is minus 10, 2 and minus 1, so this is minus 2, 3, this minus 3 and 1. So here we get 15 plus 1 16 minus 4 12 and this becomes 5 and this 15. So this is 27. Determinant A is 27. Now let us find A inverse. A inverse is equal to 1 upon 27 and 4 minus 1 5, 17 minus 11 1, 3 6 and minus 3. Okay, this is our A inverse. Now the solution of these equations, solution is given by x is equal to A inverse into B. So this value we have to multiply with B matrix to get the answer. X is equal to A inverse into matrix B. So what happens here? We multiply row by column. So first row into this column. So 4 10s are 40 minus 7 2s are 34 and 3 11s are 33. Okay, so this gives us this is plus 6. When we subtract from there, we get minus 27. 1 upon 27, and what value we get? minus 27. Okay, next value, next row into this is minus 10, minus and minus plus 22, and 6 into this minus 66. This becomes negative 44, negative 44 and 10, this is minus 54. Now the third row into this becomes 50, minus 2 and plus 33. Okay, 50 minus 2 and plus 33. So this is 33 and this becomes 31. 31 and 50 becomes 81. Now when we divide these values by 27, we get minus 1, minus 2 and 3. So we can clearly say the value x means the values x, y and z, this matrix. So on comparison we can get x is equal to minus 1, y minus 2 and z is equal to 3. Okay, this is answer. You can write the answer in this form, this matrix equal to this, or you can write like this. Okay, this is not a matrix. Okay, this is our answer.